Next week on Home and Away in the UK, as relations between Eden and Remi become further strained, a surprise arrival gives Remi a distraction, but does he need to watch out? In the wake of the dramatic events of last week that saw Eden taken hostage by Nerida, she and ex-fiancé Cash have finally decided to get back together. Eden admitted to Remi that she and Cash had already kissed whilst Tim, her boyfriend at the time, was in a coma, and Remi was quick to voice his disapproval. Remi struggled to comprehend how Eden could even think of getting back together with Cash. He put her through months of pain, after abruptly dumping her following his sister Felicity's, Jackie Purvis, death. Eden ended up dismissing Remi's concerns however, and confirmed to Cash that she was ready to resume their relationship in the hope of doing it right this time. Next week, as they bask in their bedroom afterglow, the two agree that it's time to make their reunion official. The pair emerge from Cash's room and kiss in front of Tane, Ethan Brown, before Eden heads home to face Remi. As Remi notes that she didn't return home last night, Eden tells him that she and Cash are officially back together, so he can skip the judgment. When Remi asks if they're just going to forget everything that happened and skip straight back to being engaged, Eden admits that they haven't even talked about the engagement yet. Remi isn't surprised, but it gives Eden food for thought. As the pair later meet for a date at Salt, Cash asks Eden if she is able to forgive him for what he did. Eden confesses that it'll take some time, and that she will have to think about whether she's ready to be engaged again. After further thought, Eden later tells Cash that it's too soon. Cash understands, and the two head away for a few days for some alone time to work things out. Later in the week, Remi continues to brood at home, which doesn't go unnoticed by Kirby, Angelina Thompson. She points out that Eden could really do with their support right now. Remi heads off to Salt for a drink, but when Kirby later returns home she's concerned to hear someone in the shower. Arming herself with a nearby bowling pin, Kirby heads to the bathroom door and goes to swing at the emerging figure before stopping in her tracks. "Sonny?" she exclaims. "What kind of welcome is that?" He replies. It transpires that the man is Sonny Baldwin, Ryan Bown, one of Remi's oldest and closest friends, you know, the type that you go years without ever mentioning. Remi and Sonny had been next-door neighbors when they were children, in the well-to-do neighborhood where Remi's parents Graham and Nicola remain to this day. Sadly, Sonny's parents made some bad decisions with investments and lost all their money. Much of the neighborhood turned their back on the Baldwins as they were forced to sell the house, and as his parents moved up the coast to live as hippies, Sonny found himself lost with no sense of direction. Having become inseparable from Sonny over the years, Remi sold his motorbike and gave Sonny the cash, instructing him to head off and see the world. As Kirby sends a text to summon Remi to the house, Sonny points out that the back door was open, as he knew it would be from knowing the band for so long, so he thought he'd make himself at home. Remi's delighted to see his old friend when he eventually returns, as Sonny explains that he returned from South America a few days ago. His first stop had been Graham and Nicola's house, who welcomed him with open arms, and it wasn't long before Sonny heard on the neighborhood grapevine that Remi's trust fund from his grandmother had now become available to him. As a result, Sonny thought he would head up to Summer Bay with the intention of helping Remi spend his millions, figuring he'd be struggling. Remi assures him it's not a big deal and that he's coping just fine, pointing out he has been spending money on the band, before their split anyway. As Remi and Sonny head to Salt, Sonny announces to the entire bar that the drinks are on Remi. John, Shane Withington, is first up to the bar, thanking Remi for his generosity, but as time goes on even he begins to become a little wary as he observes Sonny splashing Remi's cash. John warns Remi to be careful of old friends coming out of the woodwork just as he comes into money, but is surprised when Sonny then approaches and Remi happily hands over his credit card. Later that evening, a good chunk now taken off his balance, Remi returns to the house with Sonny and poses a question. "How much of my money are you planning on spending while you're here?" he asks. "Depends," Sonny replies. "How creative are you prepared to be?" Remi grins as he takes a swig of his beer, but should he be worried? A new member of the regular cast, Sonny is played by Ryan Bown, who had been living in London for 4 years, and had already begun to find success in the movie business, when the Home and Away audition came about. The timing was wild, Ryan told Aussie Magazine TV Week. "My landlord was selling our apartment, so we had to leave. The day we moved was the day of my final audition. We were in an empty apartment with a bottle of champagne and pizza waiting until midnight to do my final round over Zoom. 2 days later, I got the offer." It's a huge move, the Sydney-born actor continues. "I love London and my partner, actor Natalie Spence, is British, so it involved her coming over as well. But she was the one who got me over the line. She said, 'I'm keen for the adventure. Let's go.' 3 days later, I flew home." Sonny is a more cheeky, outlandish version of myself, Ryan added. "So, I knew I could do something with the role. It felt like the universe had opened up,